Hey you guys, today I'm just jumping in for a quick video to show you how I do my super easy chicken fried rice, which is low carb, trim healthy mama ass, and a super quick recipe for you to throw together when you're in a hurry. So I'm going to jump in the kitchen and start showing you how. This is actually meal prep for us tomorrow night for dinner. So let's get in the kitchen and start cooking. Alright, we're going to start with our 4 main ingredients of this chicken low carb fried rice that I'm going to do. We're going to start with, this is about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast tenders that I'm going to cut up. This is a 12-ounce bag of rice cauliflower that I just picked up from Kroger, and I've had it thawing out. And also a 12-ounce bag of 3 pepper and onion blend that I've had thawed out. This just has red, yellow, green bell pepper and some sliced onion. I get this at Kroger's. So for now, I'm going to set those aside. I am going to dry off the water from those wet packages real quick. Made a mess. And then we are going to work on cutting our chicken breast up. So let's get started. You could use chicken thighs if you wanted to, guys. I just find it easier to use the chicken tenders. Now remember, it's easy to contaminate other food. So once you cut up the raw chicken on this clean cutting board, you will need to wash it before you use anything else. Be sure you don't, I'm going to move that, touch anything else other than your knife, the chicken, and the cutting board while your hands are dirty with chicken. So I'm just going to put all this here, and I'm going to move this over to the side. Again, the cutting board was just wet because I used the bags of veggies were defrosting. So I'm going to wash my hands just real quick. Alright, so now we're just going to cut these up into bite-sized chunks. And I'll do that, and then I'll show you. Because once we get these, just try and keep them. They don't have to be exact. You're just going to saute them until done in some of that Bragg's liquid aminos and other things. So I'm just going to keep cutting and get this 1 1/3 pounds cut up for us. Alright guys, there is my 1 1/3 pounds of our fresh breast tenderloins, and I am going to now put these in a clean bowl, and we're going to go over to the stove and watch me saute these with just a few spices and some of that liquid aminos, which I won't show you now because I need to wash my hands. But let me get these in a bowl and we'll jump over to the stove. Alright, so I have my stainless steel frying pan over a medium heat. On my stove, it's about a 7. You want to put I put about 1.5 tablespoons of oil, and I like to use this avocado sunflower oil I get from Walmart. It's a pretty large container, 51 fluid ounces, and I believe it's $6, a little bit over $6, so it's a great buy. It doesn't give any added flavor, so I think that works. So that skillet is hot enough, so I'm just going to put the chicken in. I decided not to transfer it to a bowl because who wants to clean another bowl, right? Making a mess. Anyway, so you put all your chicken into your really hot pan. Let's put this over here. And we'll get that in. And now we're just going to cook that. We're going to spread it out. It'll stick a little bit, but that's okay. And so we're going to let this cook a little bit, and then I'm going to add in some simple seasonings that we like in most of our food. We're going to do garlic powder, onion powder, and also we like to add ginger and turmeric to our Asian dishes. And I have a link to my cauliflower rice on my blog. So I'll put that full recipe link below, but I'll show you everything here. So we're just going to let this cook a little bit and come to a nice temperature. So it's about hot where it should be. We're going to let the chicken cook completely, and then we're going to add in some of this Bragg's liquid aminos. Will it focus? Maybe not. Anyway, I use this instead of soy sauce. I really prefer the coconut aminos from Bragg's, but today this is all I have, so we're going to use that. Now, I will say this, for you guys that have a Kroger, Today after church we went to eat, and then afterwards we stopped by Kroger to get those Bragg's aminos there, and my husband saw a Simple Truth, which is an organic brand from Kroger, coconut aminos, that was about $5.50 a jar, and so he grabbed it and come out with it, but it had added sugar, so it had 6 grams of added sugar, and that was per tablespoon, and we try to watch our carbs and everything, including the condiment, so we didn't want that. And this one has it's less than 1 gram per teaspoon, so it probably has about 3 carbs per tablespoon, but not 6. So he went back in for me real quick and swapped that out. Alright guys, so I'm just going to finish cooking this up. Yeah, so I think that's looking pretty good. It's not fully cooked, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my, just a little bit of salt, guys, because the liquid Bragg's that we're going to use is salty, so that's just a sprinkle of salt. Again, check the recipe below if you want full measurement. Some garlic powder, some onion powder, just going to give it another stir. Now this is going to serve my family of 3. Get it? My table of 3. So I'm sure you know that there's only 3 of us. My husband, myself, and my 9-year-old. So this is about 1 1/3 pounds of chicken breast. We're doing 8 ounces of the rice cauliflower and 8 ounces of those peppers and onions. That will be plenty for us for dinner tonight, and maybe even some leftovers. I'm not sure there'll be leftovers because everybody's pretty hungry. Usually when I serve this, and it's not a ton, and we just eat this as a one-pot meal because it has our veggies and our chicken all in one. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of the Bragg's, and I'm not going to measure, but again, check the recipe if you need measurements. I just don't, and it's probably about 2 tablespoons, maybe. No, yeah, maybe 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and let this finish cooking and get all the way done, and then I'm going to transfer the chicken to a bowl, and then I'm going to come back and show you how I do the cauliflowers, the onions, and the peppers. So I'll be right back when that's done. Alright guys, so this chicken is just about fully done. To save some time, I'm just going to leave it in the pan, and I'm going to add in my 12 ounces of rice cauliflower and the 12 ounces of onions and peppers. Now this stuff cooks really quick, especially, I do recommend that you have it defrosted. This is totally defrosted. If it's not defrosted, I would recommend taking your chicken out and then cooking it that way, just so it doesn't dry the chicken out too much. But this is fully defrosted, and so it should cook up really quick. So I'm going to turn the heat up to high, and I'm going to add some more spices, some more garlic powder, onion powder. Yes, I know there's onions in it, but we like onion powder. And then we're going to get my measuring spoon, we're going to do a 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger root. You could also use, if you have liquid ginger, like I do from the Ginger People in the refrigerator, you can use that, but I'm not going to do that today because I got this powder I'm trying to use up. Super healthy for us. Turmeric. It's probably not going to show how pretty it is, how pretty that color is. But now this stuff is really potent, so I'm only going to use a 1/4 of a teaspoon, maybe even 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yeah, probably 1/8 of a teaspoon because it is really strong. I love it in my singing canary for Trim Healthy Mama, but it can get really strong. Don't get me wrong, I like it, but if you don't like it, start out with a little and go from there. If you don't know if you like it, same thing. Now, if you have fresh ginger or fresh garlic, by all means use that. This is just one of my go-to simple meals after church or on a busy day, so I just want to share it for y'all this afternoon. And this is actually going to be prepped for our dinner tomorrow, and I'm making a mess because we weren't eating today. We probably will just have a light snack or something tonight for dinner. So I am actually prepping tomorrow night's dinner. So we're going to let that spread out some, and then I'm going to add probably about another tablespoon or so of this and that didn't focus, I know, of the liquid soy, or liquid aminos, which is basically a better alternative to soy sauce. Now it is still soy, but I think it's non-GMO and organic. Again, I do prefer the coconut aminos, but this is all I had today, and I couldn't find the others that didn't have sugar. So this is on high. We're going to let this cook. So most of the water, you can see water in the bottom, from the cauliflower and the peppers will cook out. If you have a larger family, just double this, triple it, however many you're feeding. Again, this is just for 3 of us, so this will be plenty. Now, as far as ingredients, if you think the peppers have too many carbs, by all means, cut those in half. You could add a few water chestnuts in this recipe. You could add some broccoli if you wanted to, but I didn't want to add broccoli because the cauliflower rice, I didn't want to overdo it with those types of veggies. So we just did this, and this is simple. I always have these things in my pantry. So this is a really quick rendition of my chicken fried rice that's low carb, gluten-free, because this soy product that I'm using is gluten-free, and we all like it, and it's super fast. So it's just going to cook probably for about another, I don't know, 10 minutes probably, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when we dish it up. But that's basically it, guys. I will probably taste it to see if it needs any more seasoning, and if not, I'll let everybody else add more liquid brags if they want it. I'm not going to add any more to it, and then I'll come back in a minute and show you how I dish it up. Alright, guys, here is the finished product. I would serve it just in a bowl like this, and of course there'd be plenty for all 3 of us, and leftovers or seconds if anyone wanted those. And I just serve them. You can serve them with playful chopsticks or a fork or spoon if you have little ones that cannot do chopsticks. And the rest I will just store in this bowl with a lid and in the refrigerator, and people can warm it up in the microwave or on the stove top, just however you'd like to feed your family. Now, I have not tried freezing this, but I have bagged this up into portions and put them in the refrigerator for a couple of days, and it lasted great. So there you have it, guys, my quick and easy low carb Trim Healthy Mama S fried rice. I hope you guys give this a try soon, and check the link below for the full description, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.